What if I told you your car could outlive your mortgage without a single engine rebuild? Sounds crazy, right? But I've done it. My car has over 700,000 miles, still purr like it's brand new. And it's not some high-end exotic. It's a basic sedan. And no, I'm not a mechanic. I just religiously followed 10 simple habits. The best part, most of them cost less than a tank of gas. The worst part, most people never even think about them until it's too late. Ready to find out which habits are secretly killing your engine and which ones made mine almost immortal? Stick around. Number 4 alone could save you thousands. Habit number 1, warm it up. But not how you think. We've all heard that you should warm up your engine before driving. But here's what they don't tell you. Idling for 10 minutes in your driveway isn't just unnecessary, it's harmful. When your engine idles cold, fuel doesn't combust efficiently, which washes down cylinder walls, dilutes oil, and causes carbon buildup. That means premature wear, lower MPG, and potential engine sludge. Instead, the trick is to idle for only 30 to 60 seconds. Then drive gently until your engine reaches operating temperature. This warms everything up evenly while keeping oil circulating properly. I credit this habit for extending my piston rings and preventing head gasket failure. Mechanics agree long idling does more harm than good. It's not about sitting still, it's about smart movement. Habit number 2, change your oil before it's due. Yes, you read that right. Don't wait until your oil change due light comes on. By then, the damage may already be creeping in, especially if you do a lot of stop and go driving, tow loads, or live in extreme climates. Most people rely on mileage. I rely on behavior. I change my oil every $4,000 mile synthetic only, and I track my driving conditions. High revs, frequent short trips. That oil breaks down faster. And if you've never sent your oil out for a lab analysis, you're missing out. A simple $30 Blackstone test told me exactly when my oil was losing viscosity and when to change it. Clean oil is everything. It's like blood for your engine. Neglect it and your engine suffocates. Habit number 3, tire pressure check weekly, not monthly. You're probably thinking, what do tires have to do with reaching 700,000 miles? Everything. Underinflated tires cause excess drag, strain the suspension, wear out your drivetrain, and reduce fuel efficiency. Over time, that stress radiates all the way back to your transmission. I invested in a $15 digital tire gauge and check all 4 tires every Sunday before my morning coffee. Bonus tip, always check pressure when tires are cold. And don't trust gas station pumps. They're wildly inaccurate. Keep your own gauge. It saved my suspension, saved my alignment, and kept my MPGs consistent. Habit number 4, replace all fluids, not just oil. Here's where most drivers blow it. They religiously change oil but completely ignore transmission fluid, brake fluid, coolant, and power steering fluid. Big mistake. Transmission fluid, for example, breaks down under heat and pressure, especially in automatic cars. If it turns brown or smells burnt, your gearbox is crying for help. Brake fluid absorbs moisture and boils under stress. If it's not clear or honey-colored, it's time to flush it. I flush all major fluids every 2 years or 30,000 mirrors, coolant every 3 years with distilled water only, transmission every 40,000, brake fluid tested annually. Result, my power steering never whines, my transmission never slips, and my brakes stop like new. Every mechanic I've met agrees, fluid neglect is the real silent killer. Habit number 5, clean the MAF sensor every 15,000 per me. The mass airflow sensor is one of the most overlooked components in modern engines. It tells your ECU how much air is entering the engine, which adjusts the fuel mixture. If it gets dirty, which it will, your engine runs rich, performance drops, and fuel efficiency tanks. A $7 can of MAF sensor cleaner in 10 minutes of your time will prevent that. I clean mine every 3rd oil change, and the difference is noticeable. Throttle response sharpens, idle smooths out, and I haven't had a check engine light for fuel trim in over 400,000 mi. It's maintenance most shops will skip unless you ask, so do it yourself. Habit number 6, stop ignoring those weird noises. Ticking, clunking, squealing, vibrations that weren't there yesterday. The average driver hears something weird and turns up the radio. I grab a notebook and write it down. Diagnosing issues early is what saved me from a $2,000 timing chain replacement. I caught the noise within a week, replaced the tensioner for $80, and avoided complete engine failure. Your ears are your best diagnostic tool. If something changes, document it, record it, pay attention to rhythm and speed, then bring that info to your mechanic. Cars don't die from catastrophic failure overnight. They whisper first. The smart drivers listen. Habit number 7, stick to OEM or better parts. Always. Here's a big secret. Not all replacement parts are created equal. Aftermarket doesn't always mean bad, but cheap aftermarket, that's asking for trouble. Early in my ownership, I tried saving $20 by buying budget ignition coils. 3 months later, misfires. Replace them with OEM. Problem gone. Lesson learned. For critical systems, brakes, suspension, ignition, sensors, stick to parts made by the original manufacturer or from premium aftermarket brands with proven track records. Think Bosch, Denso, NGK, etc. Ask your mechanic what they use. Look for part reviews. If the price seems too good to be true, it probably is. Remember, you're not just replacing a part, you're protecting the harmony of an entire machine that depends on that part to work perfectly. One weak link can break a chain, and in this case, it can total your engine. Habit number 8, replace belts and hoses before they fail. This is one of the most preventable causes of engine failure, and yet it's ignored constantly. Rubber components age and dry out, especially under the hood, where heat cycles weaken them over time. Serpentine belts, radiator hoses, vacuum lines. If one snaps or ruptures while driving, it can cook your engine in seconds. I inspect belts every oil change and replace them every 60,000 mi, even if they look okay. Hoses. I replace the main radiator and heater hoses every 5 years, regardless of mileage. Think that's overkill? Tell that to the driver who blew a head gasket because a $12 hose cracked on the freeway. Being proactive with rubber parts is like wearing sunscreen. You don't see the benefit until years later, but it's always worth it. Habit number 9, stick to one trusted mechanic. This might sound more emotional than technical, but hear me out. Having a mechanic who knows your car inside and out means they catch things others miss. They remember past work. They track subtle changes. They won't upsell you on unnecessary repairs because they want a long-term relationship, not a one-time ripoff. I've had the same ASSI certified mechanic for 15 years. He knows how my car sounds, how I drive, and what my priorities are. That trust priceless. Switching from shop to shop might save you $50 today, but cost you $5,000 tomorrow when someone overlooks a critical leak, misdiagnoses a problem, or installs the wrong part. Cars are machines. Mechanics are human. Building trust between both is how you get to 700,000 miles. Habit number 10, keep it clean inside and out. This one surprises most people, but regular cleaning inside and out is about more than vanity. Dirt and salt on your undercarriage accelerate rust. Debris in the engine bay traps heat and moisture, degrading wires and rubber. Even a dirty cabin filter makes your HVAC system work harder. Every 2 weeks, I rinse the underbody. Monthly, I clean the engine bay with care. Never spray directly on electronics. I vacuum, replace cabin filters, and treat interior surfaces to prevent UV cracking. Detailers call this preventative preservation. I call it common sense. Your car should look as good as it runs. If you take pride in it, you'll notice issues faster, treat it better, and drive it longer. My paint still shines. My trim hasn't cracked, and when I finally do sell it, I'll get top dollar. Bonus habit, track everything, and I mean everything. This one ties all the others together. I keep a detailed log of every service, sound, replacement, tire rotation, and oil brand I've ever used. I even note what days the engine ran hotter or fuel economy dropped. Why? Because memory fades, but logs don't. Patterns start to appear. You'll know when your battery tends to die, when oil starts burning, when brakes squeak again. It turns guesswork into data and data into action. There are apps like Carfax, Ferrari, or just a good old spreadsheet. Doesn't matter. What matters is consistency. When mechanics see my records, they're stunned. When buyers see them, they trust me. When I look back, I can trace every milestone and every dollar spent and saved. So what's the big takeaway? It's simple. Most people treat cars like disposable appliances. I treat mine like a lifelong companion. And like any relationship, the more attention and respect you give it, the more it gives back. These 10 habits aren't expensive. They're not even hard, but they require consistency, patience, and a little bit of obsession. The payoff, a car that runs smoother, costs less to maintain, and lasts longer than anyone thought possible. 700,000 to me wasn't luck, it was daily discipline. And if I can do it, so can you. Now let me ask you something important. Which one of these habits are you doing or not doing? Be honest. Drop it in the comments. You might just help someone else reading it right now. And if this video opened your eyes, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got more real-world car wisdom coming that mechanics don't want you to hear. Drive smart, drive far, and always drive with purpose. And there you have it. The real secrets to making your car last longer than most people's marriages. Forget the myths. Forget the dealership scare tactics. It's not rocket science. It's just consistent habits that anyone can do. Here on Car Fix Free, I'll always give you the straight talk. No fluff, no upsells, no magic snake oil. Just the kind of advice that kept my car alive past 700,000 miles and can do the same for yours. Got a habit of your own that saved your engine? Or maybe a problem you just can't figure out? Drop it in the comments. I actually read them, and your question might become the next video. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Because around here at Car Fix Free, the goal is simple. Keep your car running forever and keep money in your pocket, not in the repair shop's cash register. Drive smart, drive far, and I'll see you in the next one.